Breaking news again, baby dolls. Stylo and some other gentle friends on PulseChain have discovered that Richard Hart has planned this all along. If you go to the incentive token supply, it is exactly 55 million tokens. Now, if you know anything about the Hex law, remember friends, Hex, which is a better Bitcoin, the number 5 repeating is a meme number. Why? Because the longest stake, so your temple offering, yes, your blood ritual to the temple, the longest stake is 15, is a 14.25 years or whatever, or 15.25 years. The number of days is 5555. Cuatro cincos, 4 of the 5s, quad 5s. That's why 5 repeating. So we always see the number 5, 55, 555. We always see them. Always see them venturing around in the PulseChain ecosystem. Here is the supply, 55 million, and then the inflation just drastically got cut, as you've seen out here. That's why these coincidences. If you want to see how big your position size is to be these different sea creatures, a turtle is $180, friends. Now 55 ink. That's how much it costs to get in. If you want to be a squid, $1,800. If you want to be a dolp hen, okay, that's $18,000. If you want to be a shark, $183,000. Yes, so that's it. That's these are the, see, that's all the 555s repeating. So this is like basically planned from the start, which kind of implies as well it's got some mystical law when it comes to these numbers. But look, Ricardo Corazon, I guess the inflation cut isn't it's not an emergency move. It was like planned all along, like this exact timing. He timed it exactly with the 4-year cycle. So friend, this is where you probably like, you want to be with people who are aligned, that they know like the sun goes up and the sun comes down. There's day and night cycles. You know, Michael Chad Saylor, he might have to be liquidated one day. Not all of it, but part of it. Maybe one day in the future. I know everyone says, no, it's not leverage. You don't understand it. Bro, shut up. We know what it is, okay? You're borrowing other people's money. It's leverage. Oh, you got people who wanted to buy the stock that bought the Bitcoin anyway. It's some sort of leverage. Trust me. So, look, if Michael Saylor, friends, it's a good example, okay? Let's look at Michael Saylor. You can go to saylortracker.com. See all the green dots. His average price of buying Bitcoin's going up. There's a bit of a risk. And by bit, I mean a lot. The risk is he doesn't have an off button. Michael Saylor, he does not know how to stop ever. Ever. And look, friends, if you're buying spot, okay, you don't have an off button. But when you're doing leverage, bro, it's a different game. You know, that's why this average price, friends, we're all worried. It's funny, we all have this critical number in our minds. I think I've heard, shout out to Tangent. Tangent talked about it from PulseChain community. I think Ivan was watching me as well. Ivan got the number as well. We all have this number now. If Michael Saylor's average price goes above 100,000, it's over. Not all over, but you know what I mean? Like it will be targeted. I'll tell you, it will be targeted. Now, his price average is $67,000 around now. Man, by the way, which is just like, dude, he's only up a 50%. Like, bro, you were buying at a $10,000 Bitcoin. It's up 10x. How are you up only 50%? Leverage. Because, friends, you're buying with other people's money. When do other people want to give you the money? When the momentum's in here and the dopamine's here. Yeah? That's why, friends, like, the best thing you can do is, if you have property, let's say real estate, you can just borrow on that value, but you're over collateralized. Yeah. Let's say you have a $300,000 property somewhere in the next bear market. You wanted to take out $30,000 on it. Maybe it's paid off. And then you want to buy a bit of a Bitcoin and be long in the next bear market. That's totally different. You are, you know what I mean? You're over collateralized by that. And you're borrowing on a house and stuff out here. But when you're dealing with like these gargantuan large numbers, yeah, they are under collateralized to some extent. Because like it's the Ponzi on the Ponzi and the Bitcoin's a collateral. No, it's the shares that's a collateral now. No, but the shares, they're derived from the Bitcoin price. So it's just like this self-circular thing of it's always, and it comes down to the same thing. The tasty tube zone, friends. Remember, Michael Saylor's, bro, oh man, I'm getting nervous, man. Michael Saylor's average used to be, first it used to be 10 grand down here. And then it went to 28, if you remember, in the bear market. It was 28K. And then we went above. Now it's all the way up to 67. Oh my God. Look at that, dude. Look at that, friend. Friends, look at that. His average price, I've just drawn it. It's freaking just rising up. Oh, man. He's going to do some leverage. This thing's going to go up. Oh, man. Now, how could this play out to repeat cycles of the past? Well, how it could play out is, friends, you go up, go down. At Bitcoin 300K, that might be enough to get Michael Chad Saylor's average price here of 100, and then something like that happens. Okay, doesn't mean it's a full liquidation, but do you see the dangers now? Why do I speak of Michael Saylor? Because he ignores the cycles. Richard appreciates the cycles. He knows about the cycles. He's a cycle maxi. You know, he understands them. That's why we're enjoying a lot of the green candles here in the PulseChain core coins ecosystem as well. Hex is up 37%. You have incentive token, friends, hit $4 today, just wicked up. Why? Because of the drastic inflation reduction cut. That's why all of this is part of Richard's plan. 55, the repeating meme number, implies that the inflation cut was planned from the beginning. Remember, so that was really important. So really just think about this, man. Like, I feel more confident with Richard Hart, knowing that the guy, he believes that the sun goes up and goes down. You know, there's cycles. Michael Saylor doesn't believe in cycles. By the way, it's not even my guessing. He says he doesn't. He believes Bitcoin is the apex predator. And the example he uses is, he goes, all your like 4-year cycle models get blown out. He goes, he uses this funny example. He uses it in the podcast sometimes. He says, imagine you're playing a pinball and you've derived a machine model of how the pinball works, and then a giant Godzilla dinosaur comes in and just like literally steps on the building and just breaks the pinball. You know what I mean? Like that's the like fantastical type of explanation he uses. He says this is the apex predator. Like we're bigger than different to cycles. So interesting though. You would think that the bear stuff that happened before in 2022 would make him a believer of the cycles. Interesting. Like he's not. It doesn't matter. He really, man. It's like, it's this time it's different again, which means it's more to do with these institutions and the ETFs. Dude, they're all human. They're all human, friends. They're all human. You know, man. You'll see. You'll see. Just be careful. Next stop, though. Hex, 5.55 cents. pDAI, 5.55 cents. Inc, $5.55. It's beautiful to see. So it gives us this round of confidence that this thing has been planned. And it's better than just guessing. That's why, like, I'm looking at the timing, right? February now, 2025. So, which means he would have done this plan from like a long time. He probably calculated it, inflating a certain rate. It's time to pause it. And that's where we're at now. Others BTC, friends. Others BTC is in depression zone. Still deep depression. It's in deep depression down here. So, if we're down here, there's no profit made so far. Yeah, friends, there were always the outskirts. Oh, I'm winning. Just, okay, you can go follow them. The whole market's down. On average, the whole market's still down. There's nothing to be like confirming to yourself or worried about in terms of like, there's no profit or exiting or anything out here on the grand landscape. Now, of course, this is the year wild stuff can happen. Technically, the bull market could be over. Technically, you should be taking profit already. 2% every week if you want to, just like, you know, you want to remove timing out here if you're playing the 4-year cycle. But for the most of us, bull markets, they don't die on depression, man. Bull markets do not die on depression. They're born on depression. They grow on the FUD, and then they die on the euphoria. Okay, that's when the bull market dies. Bull market dies when you kill the final bear. There's a lot of bears, friends. A lot of bears still. Not just Uncle Peter Schiff. You got a lot of bears. Just governments, countries, US Fed, just a lot of people out here. Like Tim Apple, bro. Tim Apple still hasn't put Bitcoin on the balance sheet. What an embarrassment you guys are, by the way. So what are you guys doing? There's plenty more to come. But for now, we're enjoying the PulseChain pump. Like looking at these green coins. What do you think about it, friends? Shout out to PulseCoin. Remember, everything is liquidity linked. So they move up and move down together. This is a screenshot from earlier, from before and Inc hit $4. Remember, Hex is a better Bitcoin. Now, I still see comments all the time. They're saying, Somi, how come this thing hasn't pumped up 10x, you know? Or they're curious, like, why is there even a reaction at all? friends, market's smart, man. The future supply growth has been changed. And the market's always trying to price in the future. So now, incentive token, INC, the greenest logo in crypto, the future inflation has been slowed down. Very, very important. Which makes it more scarce. And the liquidity has been pooled, which is beautiful as well. If you check out PulseX, friends, the liquidity right here, man, look at this liquidity. Remember, this thing has gone up a tiny bit just because the price has been going up. But you see this 32 million. If you go down here, INC is down at 25 million. That's when we last checked the numbers, which was like yesterday. For every like dollar put in now, it has 50% more boosted leverage on the price impact because of the liquidity being pulled. It's thinner. Basically, the wall's like 30 to 50% weaker now. Think about it like that. There used to be, 30 bricks you had to break through to pump up. Now there's only 20 bricks. That's what happens with liquidity removal. Where's the money going to come from, though? So, that's why, friends, I know a lot of people, we know we're slingshot leverage on Ethereum, but if you wait for Ethereum to go up, you could miss out on a big opportunity. Because the market doesn't have to wait, man. It doesn't have to wait. But like, it's been boy who cried wolf for a long time. Because a lot of people are saying, oh, we're going to pump up every 2 seconds. We're going to pump up. And I know we're waiting for ETH, but like, if you don't know how this thing is going to move before ETH gets to where you think it's going to go. So like, maybe a lot of the bearish people, because Ethereum is only 2,600 right now, people would see this as like an impossibility because Ethereum hasn't hit $4,000 plus. Okay, but what if this thing just starts moving up? Here's the thing. What if it's already here by the time Ethereum hits 3,700? Well, look at that, man. It's already up 2.6x. So look at this. If you believe this thing's going to get to this distance of 10x sack price, right? That number. Look at that. By the time Ethereum is $4,000 and then does the next leg for PulseChain, that's another 6x, okay? However, if you're front-running the market, if you just got in like, anywhere, friends, if you got in anywhere here before the move started happening, instead of your 6x, you're getting a 21. Do you see how much compensation you get for taking on risk? Like an enormous amount of compensation. But if it doesn't work out, people get upset, but that's why it helps to know it's part of Rich's plan. What else could be part of Rich's plan? You could be looking at pDAI, friends. pDAI, very, very controversial. If we're looking at big numbers, seems like pDAI has to be part of the plan. Still almost 100x to a dollar. Remember, it's all depending on the Ethereum liquidity, the bridge, right, and the stable coins. And look, PulseChain, friends, the core coins. I've been dreaming of this moment for a long time. And by the way, the price is still dog shit. We know they are. If Pulse goes up, Pulse, Hex, PulseX, Inc., the group goes up, we all win. The whole ecosystem wins. Firstly, because we're all long them anyway. Secondly, financial liquidity bonding. And but thirdly, spiritually, the speed goes up, everything wins. All right? It's just like ETH rising, boosts the whole ecosystem. So it doesn't matter what ecosystem you're in. You're in Tangang, you're in Poker Center, pDAI, narratives, eHex, whatever it is out there, friends. Whatever it is, a Tropa. If Pulse goes up, the valuation of the whole city rises, and it's friendship time. Let me know what you think. Are you excited by Richard Hart planning stuff? Because we have 55 million ink. Ink's now super rare. I've been asked as well. A lot of people ask me, where's Ink going to go from here? Like, some people like trying to sell it and stuff. And look, I don't know what to do, friends. I'm just telling you, like, you can do whatever you want. But because the inflation's been cut by minus 20x, because that's how much it's been cut, right? Not 90%, 95% drop of the inflation. Maybe Richard expects a 20x pump from here. From $1.80, if you move it all the way up here, friends, that will bring it to around $31. Let's just say $30. That might be where Ink is there. And then now Ink, is $30. So that might be where the liquidity starts getting added again because the yield kind of makes sense. But like how much time we got left in the bull market? You know what I mean? Like you're playing with pennies here. Ultimately, though, ETH BTC is the biggest weight contributor. I know we have Interpol. We want to get rid of Interpol. Corrupt SEC. We want to get rid of them as well. But yes, that's what it all comes down to. Ethereum is up, but it's wonderful, friends, because if you believe Ethereum is just going to go up anyway, then the other issue has been solved. Richard used the origin address. He used it. So he's made Hex more rare. The inflation, he did it. He did it quite fast. It was just like that. See, all the inflation's gone. Now it's a very, very low inflation moving forward from here. So, man, didn't I tell you? I told you, man. This is the year just magic happens. 2013, 2017, 2021, and now 2025. That post-halvening Bitcoin year, magic actually happens in the air. Things just start cranking. Bullish news, bullish announcements, and you know how I've told you, be careful of leverage. Well, in this year, the drug of leverage starts working because they put the leverage on and it works, and they put the leverage on more and it works. And it just happens so fast. But that's how everybody gets trapped. You know, if putting on leverage never worked, it would never be a problem because no one will do it. You'd have a 1% win rate. Yes, but unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. You don't need leverage though. You have spot altcoins. This is, remember, Inc is slingshot leverage on PulseChain, PLS, and PLS itself is slingshot leverage on Ethereum. And Ethereum, hopefully, slingshot leverage on BTC. You see that, friends? But that's why we do the work. We do the hard research out here. How high do you think is Inc going to go? Am I going to sell? Look, if you're going to sell any of this stuff, for what though? That's the thing. You know, like, oh, sell it for what? Do you want to sell your Inc for Pulse? Okay, but then if Pulse goes up, you just Inc is slingshot leverage on Pulse, so there's no worth it there. Do you have another meme coin or an altcoin you want to play? Just be careful with that, friends. Just be careful because you better be right. Like, what if a new meme coin sector or altcoin narrative appears in the next 30 days, you know, and it just shifts the mind share? You shouldn't even be doing that. You've waited this long. Don't worry about any of that now. We need all the core coins to go up. To me, if there's anything to start trading around, it's when Pulse has risen up so much and Inc is higher, and the bridge has a lot of new people coming in, because those new people are going to be buying stuff, right? And they want to throw money into places. That's where you probably have a punt. But just be careful though, because you don't know. Is it going to be cabal people? You don't know what it's going to come down to. They're going to probably be later stage. But yeah, that logically, I want you to think about that. Everybody's already got everything set in stone now. They've allocated their portfolio. If you're going to participate, that's where your mind's got to be thinking about. You got to participate, like, because everyone in PulseChain ecosystem, like, it's, you know, where's your edge? You know, we're blue ocean. There's not that many people here. Yeah, they're cheap prices, but there's no like trading short term edge like on Solana if you could be an insider. You need all that food to come in to push things around, but they're only going to come in if the PLS price is up. So you got to think about who you're playing with. Okay, right now if you're just holding, you're with believers. Yeah, if you're trading, there's only like 6 people you're trading against. You know what I mean? And you might be the sucker at the table. That's why we need a lot more people coming in. I'm hopeful that Ethereum rises and Inc can get to like this $30 zone. PLS rises up. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.